Hi everybody, it's me, Teresa Perrin. I am so excited because tomorrow AVCT should start to rocket back to the upside again. And today was the perfect consolidation. Yeah, slight dip, but came back up pretty much to where we started the day at, down a couple cents. Not a big deal in the overall big scheme of things. Hannah, if you're watching, I sure hope that you got that fill at $1.41. I was so psyched for you. Anyways, guys, let's get started. Please remember, nothing I say is financial advice, and always do your own DD. All right, guys, so AVCT closed the day down 5 cents at $1.56. Overall, not such a big deal. I mean, yeah, technically down 3%, but that's because, guys, it's pennies, and we're talking about a stock that's only trading at $1.56 at this time. So to me, I don't really consider that too much of a loss, and I'm sure that we are going to make it up tomorrow. Guys, the current free float is now adjusted in Webull to show 26.51 million. Again, nothing will be updated regarding that last filing if it is indeed dilutive, because there is no 8K out yet to show us those shares. And then we got to remember, look how long it took them to finally update this. The current shares outstanding, as we know, is 27.5 million. And I expect that after those warrants come into play and those shares, that will go up to 32.5 and then 37.5 million. Now, the average volume is 6.4 million. And today we exceeded that, guys, yet had falling prices. We were at 7.06 million. The 52-week low is $1.21 with a 52-week high split adjusted at $46.95. So guys, I think that there's a lot more room to the upside than there is to the downside now. And of course, we all knew when that filing came out that it was going to get a pullback because retail doesn't seem to understand the difference between public and private offerings, which, hey, it is what it is. That's what happens when you trade heavily involved retail tickers, right? So anyways, guys, as you can see, we actually formed a nice cup and handle today. So despite that nice little dip, it happened for a reason, right? Essentially, if you were to take away like that little dipping time, all day we basically kind of consolidated, but yet that nice little dip formed that cup and handle on the daily that I believe tomorrow we break out of and have a very nice rip to the upside. Now, at the time I took this picture, we were down slightly again in after hours, but again, guys, after hours is not really conducive to the real reality of what happens because there is low volume and the market makers can control it in whatever way they see fit. So don't pay too much attention or thought into that unless you're looking for a deal to try to get a good offer to buy in at. Now I want to bring to your attention, oh God, hopefully I do not have another issue with the internet. Sorry guys, in the middle of making my last video, I had a power outage. So annoyed. Anyways, it's just something's running slow. So the short interest is still showing at 52.69%, and there are 250,000 shares available to borrow with a cost to borrow at 22.12 to 22.81%. And guys, here we go. Look at the FTDs again. Tomorrow we have due 412,812. But if you go all the way up to the 23rd, it looks as though they covered most of that, right? Because this is cumulative. But then I got, again, guys, on Monday, it rocketed, or that following Monday on the 26th, it rocketed up to 2,759,000. But again, then they're bringing it down. So you can't really buy into this too much. I just like to use it as a guide to see what they are doing, whether it's going up or going down. But guys, there's no options change. So when you start to see this, this is how they play games with the shorting and failing to deliver and all that other stuff, the naked shorting. It's all being done using, unfortunately, the FTDs right now because there isn't an option chain any longer for them to do it with. So what I really want to bring to your attention is somebody reached out on Twitter and said they would really like to know what the institutional ownership was. So guys, I wanted to bring that to your attention. There are currently 48 total institutions invested in AVCT. and 42 of them are only long, meaning they hold no short positions. 6 of them are long and short. So by long and short, it could be a couple of things, guys. They could hold long positions but have puts against them, in case they fall, or they could be lending out their shares that they own long, or guys, they could be short and have calls against them. It's a combination, okay? Or they could just play puts and calls together. You see that sometimes too. But my point being is that, the majority of these institutions that own are long, okay? There's 38.85% long, or 10,682,427 institutional shares. So guys, that's very significant because that's going to tell you that they believe the price is going to go up or they wouldn't be long this stock and there wouldn't be that many of them in there, okay? And a lot of them bought in and are at 100% or more losses due to the stock split and yada, yada, yada that went down. And guys, there's no filing showing that they sold. So again, you can't be so short-minded if you're in a play like this. You have to look at the long-term picture here. And the long-term points to an upward direction. Just making that perfectly clear to you. I wanted to bring this to your attention. Please let me know if you found this information helpful. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful night tonight. And I can't wait to see what happens with AVCT tomorrow because I do believe we make a nice move back to the upside, guys.